Time now for the markets with Artis, and it was a big day for reports this week.
Yes, it was, Amy. The October crop production report and then the supply-demand report were both released Thursday morning. In the markets, it looks like, did the October crop report confirm the September numbers? Our corn supply is still tight in the supply-demand report, and the floor seems to be in under feeder cattle prices. Well, let's start off with the numbers from the October report. The report often looks to the October report to stabilize and confirm what the U.S. Department of Agriculture has estimated earlier. U.S. soybean crop 2.86 billion bushels. That's up 226 million from the September report. Yield up 2.5 bushels here in Mississippi. We saw them increase our crop from September by 260,000 bushels, but they kept the yield the same at 41 per acre across the state. U.S. corn down slightly, down 0.2%, not much, 10.73 billion bushel crop. We see a yield estimated 122 bushels across the nation. Here in Mississippi, almost 122 million bushel crop being predicted. That was up 1.68 million from the last report in September, and the yield was increased 6 bushels per acre to 156 bushels per acre here in Mississippi. We look at U.S. rice, 199 million hundredweight. That is up about 2.5 million hundredweight from the September report. Yield was increased 94 pounds per acre to 74.28. Here in Mississippi, we saw ours go up as well. We helped make that go up 8.73 million hundredweight with a yield across the state of 7,100 pounds per acre. U.S. cotton can't seem to catch a break with cotton. 7.29 million bales being predicted. That is up 178,000 from the September report. Saw the yield increase to 795 across the nation. Here in Mississippi, a 1,200 pound bale average. We saw our average upped by 188 pounds compared to the September report. Looks like we're going to have a 970,000 bale crop. As we look at U.S. peanuts, 6.11 billion pound crop. That is up 289 million pounds. From the September report, here in Mississippi, we saw our numbers stay the same, 187.2 million pound crop, 3,900 pounds per acre, and we have 52,000 acres of peanuts in Mississippi this year. That's up 246% from the year before. Well, now the World Supply and Demand Report was also released on Thursday by the USDA. U.S. corn exports were lowered by 100 million bushels. Generally, price projections for the coming year were lowered in the U.S. As we look at corn, ending stock 619 million predicted. That's off 114 million lower, I should say, than the September estimate. The season average price was taken down by 10 cents. It now stands at $7.10 to $8.50 a bushel. As we look at soybean ending stocks, they were increased 15 million up to 130 million on the new crop, but that's still a very razor-thin edge. Season average was bounced down, though, by 75 cents, 14.25 to 16.25 per bushel for the year. So we look at rice ending stocks, 100 million hundredweight. That was unchanged from the September report. The rice season average was up 70 cents, 13.20 to 14.20 a hundredweight. As we look at cotton ending stocks, 5.6 million bales here in the U.S. That's up 300,000 from the September estimate. As we look at price, it's going down. The high end of the range was lowered 4 cents. It now stands for the season average price of 62 to 74 cents per pound. Wheat ending stocks in the U.S., 654 million bushels predicted. That's down 44 million from the September estimate. We saw the entire price range narrowed set to 765 to 855 a bushel for the year. Well, our trivia question this week involves a measure of land that we hear a lot about. And the question is, how big is an acre of land? Is it the size of a football field, the size of 2 football fields, the size of a baseball field, or a soccer field? I'll have the answer at the end of the markets. Well, in the beef sector, analyst Sue Martin says that even though feeder cattle prices have been drifting lower, she believes there is a floor in the market, especially if corn prices drop more.
I think that our lows are in on that market for some time to come. But I also think that we've had a pretty good rally, and now the market's kind of filtering down a little bit. We might see the market still step back a little bit more on the feeders. Maybe Jan feeders get down to around 143, something like that, maybe 142. But I don't know as if they get much more than that. Lightweight feeders, 400 pounders, seem to be in good demand, and the reason being for that is because there's so much silage out there.
Martin says another positive factor for those 400-pound feeders is that there aren't many in the pipeline behind them. Well, the answer to the trivia quiz will wrap up the markets for this week. How big is an acre of land? Well, the answer is it's about the size of a football field without the end zones. The football field is a little bigger. It's about 10% larger than an acre.